Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today it's gonna be something quite different, and I think I plan to make a series about it. So this is gonna be like a start of like a series about my unpopular opinions about things, because I don't know, I have nothing to rant to. I have nothing to just no one to talk to since I'm out of school, and I believe that it should be widely spread out to the world because I have freedom of speech. So today I want to rant about people having imaginary friends and imaginary relationships. Now, reason for this is because I am no stranger to this. I'm gonna be straightforward with this. I have had imaginary relationships and I do have imaginary friends, so y'all can comment down below if y'all have any experience with that. But anyways, I just want to talk about how people view it. Since I've been done with psychology in my high school, so I know that imagination at a young age is very, very common in children, and that having imaginary friends is a part of development. And it actually does help with social communication and like help with loneliness with people. But I don't know, whenever I feel like people talk about things like that, I feel like they see it as something that's very what's the word, unhinged, if it's not like coming from like an adult, not coming from like a child, because you know, if it's a child and like it's cool and like, yeah, that's normal, but like when it comes to like people who are like, I don't know, in their middle ages or like teenagers, people are gonna think that there's something wrong with you. And I'm no victim to this, because I am a victim to this, because I have had my people who are close to me question about me having imaginary friends and saying all sorts of things about me, because it's just something that's just not normal to my age. And I just want to say that if you do have imaginary friends, it's nothing too big. I see it as something that's very coping, because it does help me with stages in my life where I do feel lonely and I don't have my friends to tell or talk to. And I don't want to put shame on people who have imaginary friends. Like, it's something that happened to me during the pandemic, because, you know, since everyone was completely shut down from the public and from the outside world, I had no one to talk to. I was very young. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what was happening. I was just very confused. And so I created imaginary friends that basically helped me cope throughout the pandemic, and it stuck with me because I didn't want to leave that behind. I didn't want to just stop because I was just lonely. Like, I liked having them around, and it just was a part of me as I grew older. And having imaginary friends, I feel like, does also lead to having imaginary relationships. And I'm gonna just share this part of my experience with imaginary relationships. It's something that can truly hurt. not emotionally, but like mentally, of how you perceive relationships and how you perceive yourself in a relationship. Because there were times where I look back and I'm like, mostly these things were ended up because of my own insecurities. The reason why I broke up with them is because of my own insecurities. And you know, even though how much I do want a relationship, which I feel like is the reason why people have imaginary relationships, is because, I don't know, I kind of sought it as like some sort of escapism of finding a real person to like actually love. But like, once you step back and view the bigger picture of yourself, it can be something that like you realize that like it's something that you have to dig down deep into yourself and fix. And it's something that's like really personal to me, because there were many phases in my life where I fell in love with many fictional characters, and it was something that was not very healthy for me in the meantime. And I'm glad that I'm not one in imaginary relationship right now, because I'm in that phase of my life where I just need to just completely introspect myself and see what I need to fix to better improve myself. And I feel like there is a stigma with like having imaginary relationships, because you know, as I look around, there's just so much ASMR about fictional characters and just things of that nature. And you know, it's something that's like very triggering to me, because you know, since I want to leave the past in the past, just seeing things like that causes me having reoccurring thoughts about me falling head over shoes for them. And it was just something that I just didn't know how to handle, and I still continue to not, because I'm still struggling of like not sorry, I'm just doing something. But like, I don't know, it's something that like that's just so like not talked about, because you know, when you like, if someone were to come up to me and say I have an imaginary relationship, I would also not know what to say or how to support them or reject them or any of that type of nature, because it's something that like myself, I don't know how to deal with, because it's something that like mental health professionals have not tapped into or looked into, or there's not really like any health news about that. And I just want to be this kind of messenger to say that if you do have this type of experience, that you are not alone, and that it is not something that you should be ashamed of. I'm pretty sure everybody in this world has some sort of liking towards someone who's not real, and has some sort of imaginary friends, because I too have friends who have imaginary friends. And when I look at them and I look at me, it comes from a place of trauma, coping mechanism, loneliness, or just something to just help yourself get by in the meantime. And that's it. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment. I will be posting series like this on this channel where I just talk and explain my thoughts about things. So yeah, bye.